Hello, everyone. What a beautiful thing it is to look out and see so many familiar faces. I wish Mom was here. She'd have a blast today. Am I talking close enough? Is that good now?
That's better.
Okay.
I don't really need a microphone.
But I'm going to be obedient. I would first like to say thank you so much for everybody making the trip. It means so much to us. But it means even more than you know, because we got to live with my mom. And the fact that you're all here, so many of my friends, like Chris said, so many of Karen and Lisa's friends and Chris's friends are here because that's who my mom was. So many of her friends, there may even be a nail tech or a postman or somebody, because she welcomed everybody in and made them feel like family. So we're here to just say thank you so much for knowing who our mom was. And I know that all of my friends, they absolutely loved my mom. They knew that they could go and talk to her about anything and that she would be there to receive them. I want to start out by just reading some scriptures from Proverbs 31 woman, because my mom was a Proverbs 31 woman. It starts out saying, "Who can find a virtuous wife? For her worth is far above rubies. The heart of her husband safely trusts her, so he will have no lack of gain." And I'll just say, my mom was a wonderful wife. She loved my father like no one I've ever seen love. She taught us that kind of love for our spouses. And I'm just so grateful for that example. But up until the very end, my dad walked on water. He really did. She loved him and did whatever it took to make sure that her home was a place that he didn't have to worry about. She took care of us, she loved us, and when he would come home from business trips, his house would be in order. And so I thank her so much for that example. It goes on to say, she does him good and not evil all the days of her life. Absolutely the truth. It also says, she provides food for her household and a portion for her maidservants. Mom kept a busy house and she needed help. One of the ladies that came to live with us to help take care of us is here today. And Loopy was just brought in. She was part of our family. And Mom always made sure that Loopy knew it and felt loved and felt welcomed. And so, to me, that's a tribute of my mom. She made sure that her maidservants were well taken care of and loved. Also, Mom bringing food from afar. Well, back in the day, there really wasn't any health food stuff going on yet. My mom found out. And our friends found out too, because on the night we'd have soy burgers, they didn't show up. But I will tell you, that's who our mom was. She wanted to make sure we were so well taken care of and had the best food and had the best nutrients for us to be successful. It goes on to say, she opens her mouth with wisdom, and on her tongue is the law of kindness. That's my mom. She had so much wisdom. I always knew I had a safe place with her. No matter what problem I had, I could go to my mom about anything. I could talk to her about anything, and I think all of you in this room will say, I could too. So I remember one time when I was in high school, and I came home from school, and she was always there, and I dropped into her arms just crying my eyes out. And so she let me until I finished crying, and then she sat me up and she said, "Now what is wrong?" And I said, "Mom, all the girls at school think I'm sleeping with their boyfriends." And she said, "Are you?" I said, "No, Mom, I'm not." And she said, "Well then, honey, why do you care? If you aren't, I want you to just be who you are. You just be Kimmy, and you just be filled with joy, and you just love them back, because there's no truth to it. You don't need to defend yourself. The truth will come out." And she had a way of doing that. I kind of sat up and wiped my eyes off and said, "Well, all right then." That's who my mom was. Just a cute little story there. That's why in verse 26 it says, "Her children rise up and call her blessed, her husband also, and he praises her." The love that these two shared will carry on through their children, through their grandchildren, through great-grandchildren, someday, kids. And Mom will always be with us. She absolutely will. Her faith carried her through her whole life. And we were blessed to be able to share that with her and Dad as well. And we're grateful for the knowledge of who our Savior was. And because of that, we have no question that she is face to face with Jesus today. And she's free. She is made whole. No more suffering, no more pain. And we're blessed to know that. I just want to read you a scripture from Isaiah 60, starting in verse 19. It says, "The sun shall no longer be your light by day, nor the brightness shall the moon give light to you, but the Lord will be to you an everlasting light, and your God your glory. Your sun shall no longer go down, nor shall your moon withdraw itself, for the Lord will be your everlasting light, and the days of your mourning shall be ended." I had two very special friends of mine have dreams. The Lord knew my doubts. I just wanted to make sure my mom was going to be with Jesus. And so he's the only one that really knew my doubts. So he gave two of my friends dreams. And in both of those dreams, she was dancing for Jesus. And one of them, she was in a beautiful light pink chiffon on her toe shoes, and so happy, and just so free. And my friend looked down, and she saw my daddy looking up, smiling. That's all I needed to hear. So I can't wait to see my mom one day up in heaven. But I know that I've reached a place in my faith and in my life where I know that Jesus is my light and he's my love. And I can't wait to see him first. And then I know Mom's going to be right behind him. So thank you all so much for coming. We love you all very, very much. Mom, we miss you.
And Mom trained Kimmy to be a mother, and what a great mother she is. Quick story, her first mothering activity was when I was 12, maybe 13, I can't remember. No, I must have been younger than that, because remember when the cops brought me home? This isn't even a Roger story. And so we were I think it was by the Mulvihill's house. We were throwing water balloons at cars, and the cops came by and said, "What's going on here?" So anyway, they brought me home, and they knock on the door, and Kimmy answers the phone. Mom and Dad were gone somewhere, I don't know, and Kimmy answers the phone. They're like, "Mrs. Riley?" "Yes." So she's like, "Oh, officer, we will take care of that. You get inside." And tried to closes the door, and she goes, "What are you doing?" The cops. It's a great story, though, the cop story. Speaking of cop stories, someone was Kim Bowser. Do you have or Kim Riley at that time? Do you know a Karen Riley?
That comes over the radio.
Comes over the radio. Kim's on a ride along in a police car, and Karen stole something from the zoo, and they're just. This whole Jesus thing, they're all perfect women. I'm gonna break that right now. She was almost arrested for stealing something out of the zoo. That's what you get when you get to MC your mom's funeral. Anyway, Kimmy, you're a wonderful mother. You're a wonderful mother. You're a beautiful person, and it's obvious in your daughter. Thank you. Sita, you're up. You want me to put the index table of contents up?
Thank you very much, Chris. Glad you're on it.